All right, find the radius if you're given the volume of a sphere. So the volume of a sphere is 32 pi over 3 millimeters cubed. That's a typo. Find the radius. So we're talking volume, so our volume formula is 4/3, volume formula for a sphere, 4/3 pi r cubed. And now we're just going to plug in what we know. We actually do know that the volume is that 32 pi over 3. So we're going to plug that in for the volume. That equals 4/3 pi r cubed. And now we're going to figure out how to solve this equation for r. So the first thing that I notice is this is dividing by 3 and this is dividing by 3. So let's get rid of that first. The opposite of divide by 3 is to multiply by 3. And over here, because this is all multiplication, I can multiply it by 3 and just multiply it with this first one, so I get to cancel those and I get to cancel those. If there was an addition or subtraction in here, we wouldn't be able to do what we just did. So when it's all multiplication, it's kind of nice. So we have 32 pi equals, we're left with a 4 pi r cubed. Alright, so now I notice that there's a pi and there's a pi. So to get rid of the pi, we can divide both sides by pi. They cancel, they cancel. So this is starting to look a little bit more manageable. We have 32 equals, we have a 4 left over and an r cubed. So remember, we are solving for r. We've got this 4 to get to the other side. It's being multiplied, so we're going to divide both sides by 4. 32 divided by 4 is 8. So we have 8 is equal to r cubed. Alright, so now, I don't know if you guys have done this before. You know how to take a square root. I don't know if you know how to take a cube root. This is something you definitely work on in Algebra 2. So to undo an r cubed, you cube root both sides. Well, what I just drew in, this looks like a square root, right? So to fix that, all I have to do is I put a little 3 in there, and now it represents the cube root of r. So if you cube root a cubed, they cancel each other out, leaving you with r, just like the square root of x squared leaves you with just an x, so it's the same idea. And then over here, we're going to cube root the other side. So what's the cube root of 8? Basically, we're looking for a number. What do we multiply by itself 3 times to equal 8? Well, you could start and kind of think about it. 1 times 1 times 1 does not equal 8. So now let me try 2. 2 times 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. That worked. So that means that the cube root of 8 is equal to 2. And what that gives us is our radius. And we were asked to find the radius, so we found the radius is equal to 2, and then our label is millimeters. And it's not squared because radius is not an area, and it's not cubed because radius is not an area. So just the millimeters.